great part about folding the KonMari style is that no matter what you're doing, they retain their shape. They're not messy, so you can find what you want and you don't have to constantly refold, and they're not getting taken out and made a mess of so that you have to redo it all the time. It makes my whole life a lot easier. So let's make your life easier too. Learn how to fold KonMari style with me. So when you are folding, you want to make sure that it's going to fit inside whatever drawer or container that you want to put it in. So the towels, if you were to fold them the traditional way, would likely end up looking like this. And as you can see, it doesn't fit. If I were to stuff them in, I would rather be able to pull out the drawer and see what I have without having to pull it out too far. As you can see, it's going to be, and I need an extra fold there. I enjoy the KonMari method of folding because I can see what I have and use it when I need it without disturbing everything else in the drawer. And so that, as you can see, is going to be the right height. It will fit inside and be very easy to grab, and it won't ruin the container that I have it in. So you can break down the KonMari method into very simple steps, even with a towel that is all misshapen and messed up like this one. So step 1 is to lay it flat. Step 2 would be to fold it into, in this case, thirds, or however many you need to make it the width of the container you want. Step 3 would be to fold it in half and then into thirds. And step 4 is to just make sure you squish it down just a little. And the final step would be to stand it up on its own to make sure that it actually does do the KonMari method of standing up on its own. And this reason for this is because we really want it to hold its shape whenever we're taking things in and out of the drawer. It will keep the drawer a whole lot cleaner. I like them just to do them in thirds. And I say I like them because the KonMari method is, I would say, adjustable to your life and your style and what you need in life. And as with my kitchen one, washcloths, this works great for me. And so I can decide what works for me. And it's your home, so it really should work for you, correct? Isn't that the goal? Oh, none of it holds. Oh, okay, fine. Arguing with it. Often the first couple times that you are folding, it is going to be awkward, so you're going to have to try a couple times to get it right and the way that you want it. But it is totally worth the time. So, I like to do it in thirds. I've seen other people do it in halves and then do thirds, just because that is what seems to work in my drawer. Making them stand up on their own is very important so that they retain their shape. And in drawers like this that are opening and closing, you're going to want to tuck that in if you have a tag on it, or just cut it off, because who needs tags at this point anymore? Hello. And there you have a nice little drawer that will go into my washroom. And it holds even more, because I do have more that I will want to put in. Even if the drawer is not full, it moves around and they still retain the shape. When you are doing your towels and washcloths, you want to make sure that they stay below the surface of whatever drawer you're putting them in, so you can find what you want and you don't have to constantly refold, and they're not getting taken out and made a mess of so that you have to redo it all the time. And it just fits in. Simple, easy, handy to do. Guests can grab whatever they need without worrying about making a mess or which one to choose. I can replace the hand towel anytime they need or they need. And it's very simple, handy. It makes my whole life a lot easier. So let's make your life easier too. Learn how to fold KonMari style with me.